I can't make this a conversation about value when the biggest issue in the Isak saga is not value. The biggest issue in the Isak saga is Newcastle failing to sign replacements, which they have asked, and they haven't encouraged Liverpool to bid. They have asked Liverpool to stop bidding until they get a replacement. But that's what they're telling us.
خلاص, finished. Okay, I hear all you're saying. Guys, I'm going to ask you something. For everyone on this panel, what is the difference between all the examples that I said, Garnacho, all the
Diaz wasn't
Cisco, everyone. Diaz was for sale. Diaz for sale, and you know it. And you know that Liverpool.
No, I don't know it.
Not for
sale. I don't know it.
You know exactly. You know.
I don't know. I'll show you.
I let you talk. Let me now talk and ask
you. But you told Ahmed, you interrupt when you make something based on falseness. صح? You told this to Ahmed. Okay, wait, no problem. All I had to do was quick Google search. Luis Diaz not for sale. 4 words I searched. Liverpool have rejected Bayern Munich first official offer for blah, 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 blah. That Liverpool had told Bayern that Diaz is not for sale. Sky Sports, July 16th, 2025. You told Ahmed you interrupt him when he builds on false narratives. It's a false narrative. Thank you very much. Go ahead now.
Okay. Basically what happened is that Liverpool kept saying Diaz is not for sale, and Bayern Munich and Barcelona kept coming back with bids until Liverpool said, okay, we'll sell if you bring us that price. By the way, Fabrizio Romano tweeted, I can't remember, but you know that Liverpool are holding on a price. Okay. At the end, guys, that means he's for sale. Okay. What happened is Liverpool didn't go back. Liverpool said what? This is the 110. Okay. This is it. We're not going back to the table. And Newcastle said it's not for sale. Okay. And we have been informed, all of us have been informed that he's not for sale unless Arsenal were told, right?
Unfortunately.
Very simple. Unless Arsenal were told, TK Isak is not for sale. There's only one price that will get them to sit at the table. What is it, TK?
Big up. Hit the likes.
What is it? 150. Bravo. You know, all what happened is Newcastle said he's
why
not
should Newcastle accept 140? Explain to me, Jad. Why?
That is a negotiation. That is a negotiation.
Tell me why should they say yes? Why?
That is negotiation. Bidding 110, Liverpool can do whatever they want. My problem with this is not what you think. Here's the problem. Liverpool can bid 90 million. You can say we value him at 90 million. He wants to go. My problem is that you are making Newcastle the villains by not accepting your bids. They said, we don't want to sell the guy. We're only going to sit at the table for 150. But you and your fellow Liverpool fans, and by the way, I'm going to hold the same exact energy for every club, are keep saying Newcastle are the villains because they can't sign. Okay, they tried. Cisco rejected them. All of them rejected. So they said, we're going to sell him in conditions. That condition based on, and by the way, the people that keep saying.
What's the conditions?
Hold on. The people that keep saying, where is the 150 came from? Just Google Isak price, March, April, May. Google. Just Google that.
I Googled Diaz not for sale.
Just Google it. Husam, tell the people in the chat, where is the 150 coming from?
The valuation. I think it was Ornstein 3 months ago.
Ornstein 3 months ago said
5-6 months.
Yeah. They said Arsenal, you want to sit at the table? It's 100. So that 150 is not coming from my ass. It's basically coming from David Ornstein. It's not. I didn't make it up, right? It's that they didn't make it up. Great, but Liverpool didn't go back with something close to 150. Here's the problem. It's exactly to the Chelsea and Man United. Man United want to sell Garnacho, right? They want value him at 50 million. Chelsea want to pay 25. If Chelsea bid 25 and don't go back, but now how can I fault Man United for not selling? The guy is screaming in the media. The guy is saying, I only want Chelsea, and he's throwing a tantrum and everything. But if Chelsea go back for 40, 45, close to the 50 million valuation, I'm not reading the comments, I'm talking. I'm sorry, Sean. But if Chelsea go back for 40 and 45, so I don't want to cut my trail of thoughts. Chelsea go back with a number that is close to the valuation that was reported by Manchester United, right? Now we're going to say, what, Man United, you're really fixating on 5 million. You're wrong here. Let the guy go because you want him for sale. The difference is there is one more point. Newcastle have said he's not for sale. But you want to make Newcastle are the villains. But you didn't even come back with a bid that is close to the valuation. You didn't come back with 130-10. You didn't come back with this.
I gave you the Diaz example. Forget Garnacho. Because
I don't care about Diaz. Just talk about this. Why are you ignoring that? Why are you ignoring the fact?
Your logic.
Why are you ignoring the fact?
No, because, okay, you're the one ignoring the facts. He just said, what did he say in the video? He said
he think. He's not informed. He said he thinks.
It's a Newcastle journalist, not a random guy.
By the way,
Okay.
Newcastle, he said he thinks, and yes, he's the journalist. He thinks that agreeing the fee, maybe what he said, I'm interpreting what he said, Newcastle might accept 140. And by the way, he might have said,
Why
Newcastle
should they?
accept- Hold on.
Why should
Hold on. Let me finish.
Footy Judge Mo says
Let me
150
finish.
is the
Let
value.
me
Why
finish.
should they accept
Yeah,
140?
Footy
Why?
Judge Mo doesn't. Footy Judge Mo doesn't know. Footy Judge Mo.
No, but
thinks
that's your
inform-
argument. Your argument is 150.
Okay,
Why they
here's
should
the
accept
problem
140?
with you. It's. I think
Yes,
it's 150.
you think it's 150. You.
No. Hold on. But there is one information out there about a price. There is one information out there about the price. Can someone give me any other article that says any valuation other than 150? You can't. There's only one number. You know
I
what the
agree with
point?
you, no problem.
The
We
problem
agree.
with you, Husam, people, I don't know who put the comment. Why in the you never walk alone, right? Who put you think it's 150? No, I am building my thoughts based on the only number that has been presented to the media. It's 150, not more.
Hello. Okay,
Right? It's
hello.
only a number. Hold on,
Okay,
let me finish.
I
Let me
agree.
finish the
So
next point.
why they should sell for 140? Tell us why. Why?
But that's the whole point. So now, Craig Hope saying that they might not be fixated on the fee tells me that they
Right,
might
man,
sell
that's my
something.
point.
Yeah, Ammi, let me finish. They might sell something close. Maybe it's 130. Maybe it's 140. Hold on. I'm not saying that. Maybe it's 130, maybe not. But definitely not 110 because that is close from 150 to
Okay,
110.
عادي. No one's denying
Hold
that.
on. Let me finish the next point because people
We
understand.
had 3 bids rejected
Let
for
me
that.
finish. That
It's
means
negotiations.
it's more than 25% of the fee. So maybe 100. You didn't even negotiate. You left. What happened? What Liverpool did, and this is where I see what Liverpool did, is they went number one. They said 120. That's verbal. You know that verbal, and Newcastle rejected it. Then Liverpool went back. That's the disrespect that I'm saying to Newcastle, right? Liverpool went back with a lower bid than the verbal bid that was rejected. Imagine if Chelsea go to Man United and say, by the way, Man United, we want to buy Garnacho for 30 million. And all the journalists, right, report that Man United said no, right? No to 30 million. No. And then Chelsea put in an official bid of 25 just 1 week later. And then they told Isak, fuck you, deal with the club. We're not bidding again until Newcastle come back to us with a price. And they let them fight with each other, Isak and Newcastle, and they say, we're sitting on the side. And now yesterday, there is a report that saying they gave Isak 1 week to fix his problem. Instead of Liverpool going back and say, here is 130 official bid. If that happens and Newcastle rejected, maybe Liverpool go back with 135. Liverpool go back with 140. That is, but what Liverpool did is they put the two birds to fight with each other, Newcastle and Isak, and said, I am bidding lower than the bid that I presented to you before. Imagine this. And then I'm letting them fight with each other. But you don't want to hear it. That's the problem. You guys want to portray Newcastle as the villain.
خلينا أنا هسه to say the opposite side. This is recent. This is from today. Okay. This is Keith Downey, the other Newcastle reporter. This is what he said. If Newcastle were able to land Wissa in the next few days, I'm expecting a bid in the next couple of days. Liverpool came to the table offering 130 million. Then Newcastle have a decision to make. Wait. Then this is the paragraph in the article. The club have pursued alternatives to Isak all summer. Had one of Pedro, Delap, Ekitike, or Sesko signed, Newcastle would have explored his sale. Sources believe a deal in the region of 130 million plus add-ons would in the end have seen an agreement reached between them and Liverpool.
Bravo.
Wait.
Not 110.
So the problem is,
we're going
everyone,
in circles,
when it comes to every rival, when it comes to this conversation, and you is fixated on the 150 number. The only one that isn't, from the ones I've spoken to, is Staffy, because he broke it down from a different perspective. Everyone keeps saying 150, 150, 150, 150. No club, when negotiating for a player, immediately pays what the asking club wants. That's just not how negotiations work in football in general.
Unless the player is not for sale.
And the second part,
Can you add this?
No, I can't add this because Diaz was not for sale.
No, because Inter, for example.
Diaz was not for sale.
Inter, for example. By the way, I can't for Atalanta. Here's the difference.
People خربت my train of thought. أنا قاعد بحاول أوصل فكرة.
Because you keep mentioning Diaz.
7 دقائق ورا بعض. طيب. You spoke for 7 minutes in a row.
Finish your point.
Anyway, so as I was saying, so the thing with the other part of the conditions that Mo never mentions, by the way, if you notice, every time there's an Isak debate, Mo never brings this up. The other part of the condition that Ornstein and Fabrizio and Keith and Ryder, everyone and his mother who writes a report on a newspaper said Newcastle replacement. As a matter of fact, I'll take it a step further. Craig Hope in the pre-season tour, how long ago was that? 2.5 weeks ago, said if Newcastle land Benjamin Sesko, Isak would have been a Liverpool player. And he comes back in the video that I play and says the smallest obstacle is agreeing on a fee. So if we're talking about the smallest obstacle is agreeing on a fee, let's address the biggest obstacle, which is Newcastle haven't signed a replacement. To the level now where today Keith Downey comes out and says if they sign Wissa, then let Isak go. Imagine. And the difference is, I'll give you another difference. United has wingers now. United have Cunha, they have Mbuemo. They don't need Garnacho. You know the problem at Newcastle? They have 0 strikers. Zilch. That's why the replacement part is the other condition that you continue to ignore. Now I'm done.
The problem is I never argued with what you're saying. All of this signing, they failed. And I said that Newcastle have failed to land their targets. They failed in negotiations. They failed in everything. That's the problem. You lied on my name.
So
you said I never mentioned.
The condition is
Can you let me talk now? Can you let me talk now?
نص الconditions راحت.
So here's the problem. If Liverpool present a bid, now here's the thing. If Liverpool present a bid, and this is the last thing I'm going to say about this. Newcastle have failed. If Liverpool present a bid that matches or close to the valuation of Newcastle, and Newcastle said no, at that point, Isak is not at fault. Liverpool are not at fault because basically you said that I want certain amount of money. It is not Isak, and I said that on my stream yesterday. Isak should not pay the price for Newcastle incompetence. Should not.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Should not.
Yeah.
Like but you cannot say that that Newcastle now is at fault if there is no bid that is matching their evaluation. Because Isak, it's not his fault that you're a fucker club that you cannot sign anybody. It's not his fault. I'm being serious. It's not your fault. Like as a player, did you tell the media? Yeah. To be honest with you, you told the media and you told David Ornstein said that you are willing to sit at the table of 150. I told you I want to leave. I am bringing you something close to 150. It doesn't have to be 150, 140, 145, 138, 100, even 35. Something that you are willing to accept that I can take to the media and say, see, I brought you the bid. You failed to sign your replacements. But both conditions didn't happen. Liverpool didn't bid that much and Newcastle failed. So Newcastle are fuckers and incompetent and having Eddie Howe's cousin. I have the same energy. I have a very fair energy here. They failed in their part. And also Isak, by the way, it's not Liverpool. And I'm going to repeat, by the way, I repeat this in every stream. Liverpool as a club, it's not the responsibility to go and bid 150. It's not your responsibility. Basically, like Chelsea don't have to meet Man United valuation. Inter don't have to meet Atalanta's valuation, but I can't cry. See, the Inter fans, by the way, they cussed our club, right, for not bidding what Atalanta want. They're like, fuckers, just pay the fucking 5 million euros. And get the guy. Atalanta said 50 million. And Inter said, no, 45, 43 plus 2, 44 plus 1. Inter kept doing this shit. And Atalanta said 50 million, you're getting him. We didn't say, Atalanta, you're fuckers. Atalanta said 50 million. We didn't even offer close to that. Atalanta said even come close 48. Inter said no. I'm telling you what happened, right? So two conditions need to happen. Two conditions. If Liverpool bid close to the valuation,
one part of the condition is Newcastle's fault. We agree.
And the other part is Isak's fault, not Liverpool. Do you know why? Isak failed to convince Liverpool to come back for him with a higher bid. His agent. And Liverpool are not obligated. By the way, Husam,
but condition 2 is related to condition 1 because we'll come back to the table if you sign the replacement.
It doesn't matter. If Liverpool go back, okay, we are not on the negotiations table. We're not. So I'm not signing the player. You're not. It's Newcastle, Liverpool, and Isak, right? As of now, the story in the media was who's at fault. Do you know why this is the big story, Husam? You know why? Because kids are throwing stones at his car. Kids are abusing him in the street. You saw the video today. So basically, he's portrayed. Troy Jordi is abusing the guy. He's being portrayed as the villain, while some others think that Newcastle are the villains, right? So we need to know the truth. So to know the truth, we need one thing, to know who's at fault. if Liverpool at least, sorry, I'm not going to say Liverpool. If Isak from his side deliver his part of the condition, bring back a club with a valuation. Now it's on you fuckers to go sign replacements. It's not on me because I am not negotiating with West Ham Cisco. You are. So you are at fault. Does that make sense, Husam, or no?